Well, this next story has a lot of people concerned. DMV computers across the state are still down and people not happy about it.
And we're also learning more about staffing issues at the Office of Motor Vehicles off of Veterans Highway. And that's where we find Paul Dudley now live. A lot of frustrated folks out there, Paul.
Oh, absolutely. All day today, people have been showing up at Office of Motor Vehicle locations across the state and getting the unfortunate news that their computers are down. This problem is a bit of a mystery. It's being blamed on a core application issue. As for when it will be fixed, that's still a mystery tonight.
I think it's absurd.
Outside the Office of Motor Vehicles at the foot of Veterans Boulevard, Charlene Minnick is waiting for answers.
I got here at 6:20 this morning, waited for the doors to open at 8, to be told then the computers were down.
The computer glitch, a statewide problem, according to the DMV Commissioner. Wednesday morning, employees here told customers they had no idea when the problem was going to be fixed and to turn in their call numbers.
So I went to the desk to turn in my number and asked if we would receive some sort of priority if we come back again tomorrow. And she said, no, you start all over.
This is the second day in a row Paulette Hammond has tried to get to the office. She was surprised Tuesday to find the office closed for Election Day. The closure was not listed on the website. Here's what she was told.
It may be back up, like it may not. They said the last time this happened, it took 3 days before it came up.
This location off of Veterans Highway has had staffing issues in the past. The commissioner very candid about this whole situation, saying that oftentimes employees get hired, they get trained, and then they go elsewhere.
The office is budgeted to have at least 16 people on staff. Right now, they are having trouble keeping even half of that.
You go there now and look, and they ain't got nobody working. And I'm not satisfied with the service there.
The DMV commissioner says IT is working diligently to fix the problem. At the same time, though, many are wondering why there's not some sort of backup plan.
It's a dilemma that the state needs to look at to make sure that people are not wasting their time.
And in a bit of good news here, it does appear that vehicle registration is not being impacted by this glitch. So if you need to register a vehicle tomorrow, you shouldn't have any issues. Again, as for when this problem will be fixed, State Police posted on their Facebook page a little while ago saying that the driver's license services will be down until further notice. That's the very latest. Reporting live, Paul Dudley, Eyewitness News.